All right, here we go. We are live once again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris. This is my channel, We Love Comics. Hopefully you guys are ready to have a good time watching me open up a couple of boxes. I got some key issue comics, and I've been telling people for a while now there are deals to be out there, and there's pretty much deals to be found at any time, so even when things get back to quote-unquote normal, don't ever stop and think you can't make deals happen, and that's what I've done with two books I'm going to show today. So don't forget to sign up for the cashback program. I put the link in the description of each and every video, and it's also in the live chat, so come on into the live chat and say hello, join in on the fun. And also, don't forget I'm selling some of my comics. I have a video I made about a week and a half ago. Check that out. Only Wolverine #1 and Marvel Spotlight #5 have been sold. The rest are still available. If you're interested, you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And that's it. So we got enough people coming in. I always say hello to the first amount of people that are here. And don't forget to wait until the end to see who's today's surprise subscriber shout out. So hopefully you'll stick around, stay in the chat, and enjoy some fun. So Rick, you are first today. Hello. Super Mario 64 is here. Horror Breakdown, always good to see you. Comic Mag Musings, I've been seeing you a lot lately. Welcome. Florence, one of our moderators, says hello. Hello back. Rodolfo is here. Alan is here. Hello from Boston. Nice and cold up there, I'm sure. Junior is here. Gizmo, another moderator, is always welcome. Thank you. Comic Book Flipping. I wonder what you do, but I'm glad you're here watching this. Tim and Amanda. I almost said Tim and Amanda together. That would have been Timanda. Makes no sense. JN Nietzsche. Mark. Superior Heroes. Douglas. All About Movies. Ricky. John, Billy, and everybody else. Welcome. Let me put on the video camera. These are books I got recently, so it shows, especially this time, there are deals that can be found. Sometimes you got to make them, and that's exactly what I do. If I see something I like, if it's something that's like super cheap and it's a buy it now just listed, I'm not going to take the chance of messaging, because by the time I start typing in the words before I hit enter, somebody else would probably have already bought it. But if I see something that's kind of in the range I'm looking for, I'm not afraid to message somebody, and you'd be shocked at how many times people will say yes, even at big discounts. Because if you saw the video I did the other day, I did $800 off their asking price, and they accepted it. So never assume that somebody will not work a deal with you, even if it's 99 out of 100 times it doesn't work. Hey, that's only the one time that you care about. So don't be afraid to ask, be respectful, and make sure you keep your word. If you say something like, let's say a comic is being sold for $300. You say, "Hi, would you be willing to take $200 for this? Because I'll pay for it right now, so you don't have to wait." If they agree, make sure you pay for it as soon as you can. Don't make them wait. Be a person of your word. So we got two boxes. Let's start these opening. I love the packaging that they did on this. So I'm going to cover that. But they wrapped it in X-Men and Wolverine wrapping paper. That is a first. Definitely made this a lot more exciting to receive and open. So whoever did that, that's a nice job. And that's adding a little extra touch. They didn't have to do that. But to me, that was really nice, and it made it look that much more different. So these are both key books. These are books I highly recommend getting. And I will do some more videos. I haven't made that many videos this week. Just wasn't in the mood for it. Not like anything bad was going on. Just got to be in the right mood to do it. Otherwise, you're just making a video just to make it. And I don't want to have times like that for my videos. I know people enjoy them, and I'm going to try and do more as I can. But I want to make sure they're fun to do and not be sitting here saying, "All right, I'm bored, let me do something." So health-wise, I'm perfectly fine, knock on wood. Just sometimes it gets a little boring. All right, so let me put in that link, and if anybody can share it, it means a lot to me, especially those who are kind enough to thumb up my videos. It tells me that you appreciate my work and what I do, and you enjoy these videos, and you never know, it might convince me to do a couple of more. I mean, obviously I'm going to do that anyway. Alright, so here's the first one. They put in some protection. Very happy about that. And this looks a lot nicer than what I thought. Now, there was a piece that was ripped off, but it was retaped at some point. So there is some tape on it, but I knew that, and that's perfectly fine. The rest of this book, this would probably be about, after a pressing, about a 5.5 to a 6.0, just from what it looks. Obviously, I have to look at the whole thing. but that's going to dramatically lower it, but at least the piece is still there. So we got X-Men number 14. We all know that's just a matter of time before the X-Men are introduced in the MCU, and when they do, what do you think is going to happen to any and all key issues of X-Men? Do you think they will A, stay the same, B, lower in value, or C, rise in price? I will let you make the determination, but if you speak Spanish, I would say C to your answer being correct. So this is actually the first appearance of the Sentinels. So they looked a lot smaller back then in the comic form. They did a really good job of making these into very well-known X-Men characters. This is definitely a book to get, especially now, because deals can be made. Because with let me show you first. This whole area, you could see right there, from here all the way up, see the angle? That was ripped off and replaced with tape. So it's the original piece, just somebody taped it. So that's perfectly fine with me. That's not going to lower the grade too much, because especially when it's Golden Age and Silver Age books, they're a little bit more lenient with tape. So this would probably be about 4.5 to a 5.0 range. Definitely a book that I would recommend getting. With shipping and handling, I only paid $60 for this comic. To me, that is a really good price for this book, especially in this condition, because you could see spine looks really darn good. And with the X-Men, I mean, they're probably another 2 or 3 years away before they start really announcing anything major with them. You're probably going to see some cameos of certain X-Men, like Wolverine or Deadpool, for example, before you see movies. But that just means you have a plenty of time to be able to purchase any books. And if you can get them on sale, please do. So $60, including shipping and handling, for X-Men number 14. Definitely very happy about that. So let's get to the next one. This is another book I have multiple copies of. I will continue to get this book anytime I see a deal. This is another one of those that it's going to be as close to a guarantee of going up as you can get, considering, you know, nothing in life is guaranteed. But if I'm a betting man, I will bet for this. I feel like I'm opening a Christmas present. I feel like there should be a tie in there or something. So again, another good job of wrapping it up. Alright, so they put bubble wrap and then they put styrofoam, which, you know, it's a nice gesture, but, you know, bubble wrap doesn't really help comics from bending. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. Alright, so you got to be careful about this with the tape. You don't want to cut the comic, so you take your time. Definitely make sure you use a sharp knife. That's why I use this if you were ever in the carpet industry. And I was at some point in my younger days. That is what they call in the business a suicide blade, because basically the sharpness of that blade is as sharp as a scalpel. And I remember one time dropping it, and it landed on my finger and cut all the way down to the bone. Alright, so they did not put this with a backing board, but that's alright. It gives you a chance to see the back. Can I get an ooh followed by an ah? So it looks like the back looks pretty nice. This actually looks in really good condition. I would say this is probably between a 5.5 and a 6.5 range. And especially looking at the back. There's some dirt on it, but it can be dry cleaned. We'll have to see, but here's the other book. X-Men number 94. This is one of the books that got stolen from me years ago when I was a kid. And the one that I had, I learned the lesson of not removing the tape before you take out a book. Because this whole area where this character, where Storm is, and the mouth is of that other character, the tape got caught, and that whole part created about a $1 to a $half size rip of the colors. So there is a little bit of a color break right there in the corner. Probably going to be hard to see that. But another good book to get. This is going to continue to be on the rise. This looks really good. There is a crease all the way down, but it looks like they folded it this way because you could see an indent here, but it doesn't break color. So that looks like that could be pressed out. Very happy about that. So that's what they call a subscription crease, but it looks like instead of folding it this way, they folded it that way. because the majority of it, I don't think if you be able to see, there you go. You can see the indent right there. So it's more prevalent on the back. It does not break color on the front. So a pressing would definitely fix that. So I am going to put this with a backing board because you definitely don't want to keep it flimsy like this. But with shipping and handling, I paid, where did I put the, excuse me a second, I want to make sure I tell you guys because I always tell the price. I paid $174.98, and that includes shipping. And just to show you, I'm going to rip off their address. Because I don't ever want anybody to think that I'm just making stuff up. No, they didn't put a price on it. They just put... Okay, so those are the books. We got... I'm going to change the bag and board on this one too. We got X-Men number 14, paid a grand total of $60. That's the first appearance of the Sentinels. Definitely a book worth getting, and this is a book I highly recommend getting. As many as you can. I paid, like I said, what was it, $174.98, and that also includes shipping and handling, because that is a factor. If you pay $100 for something and it's $10 to ship it, you didn't spend $100, you spent $110. A lot of people, for some reason, do not include the shipping costs. You spent the money, it went towards the book, so that is part of the difference between net and gross when it comes to your profits and when it comes to your cost. So those are the two books. Let me do today's surprise subscriber shout out. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. I'll have some more videos, and check out those links. Sign up for them if you haven't. The cashback program, it's free to sign up. If you click the link, you spend $25 or more with any of the participating stores that it has. You can buy comics on eBay and get 1% cash back, but if you spend $25 or more within the first 90 days, you get a $10 additional bonus cash back, and I get a one-time referral fee for it if you click on the link to sign up. So today's surprise subscriber shout-out, we're going to go to Gary Hahn. You are today's surprise subscriber shout-out. And you know what? We're going to give it to two. We're going to give it to Frank Rayner as well. So Gary and Frank, you are both today's surprise subscriber shout-out. Let me make a little bit of advice and a little bit of inspiration for those that say they appreciate it when I talk about it with the situations that are going on right now. This is probably going to be the worst time in most people's lives, considering the fact that all around the world, economies have shut down. Jobs have been closed. Millions of people have been out of work, including myself. It's been over a month now I've been out of work. If you are able to pull through this and survive and maybe even thrive, then that should tell you everything about how powerful you are, because this is probably going to be one of the hardest, worst times in people's lives, considering all of the situations that are happening. So if you can make it through, even if you make it through in the skin of your teeth, you know, it's better to be 1 inch above the water than 1 inch below. So if you can make it through all this and you can hang in there, that should show you how resilient you are. So never let anybody scare you into thinking you can't do something. Don't let anybody convince you you are worthless, or just because you're different, you do things that other people may not agree with or might not like or might not do. Doesn't make it wrong. Because let me tell you something, I'm one of those people since about 2011. I've been preparing people for situations like this. And a lot of people made fun of me along the way. A lot of people thought I was crazy. Well, my wife and I have not had to worry about anything because I have everything that I need well before I ever needed it. So if you guys can make it through this and hang in there and maybe even thrive, or like I said, if you hold your head above water, you're still above water. Doesn't matter if you're 100 feet above water or 100 inches above water, you're still above. Always better than being below. So pat yourself on the back. If you make it through this, you've done really well. So I want to send my love to everybody. I hope you guys are being safe. I hope you are being cautious. I hope you are making deals, being able to plan for the future. This isn't the end, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't the end, my friend. This is just the beginning. Remember what Easter was all about. Take the religious aspect of it at all about if you don't believe in that kind of stuff. Easter is all about a rebirth, a new beginning. So you can see it that way, or you can see it as an end. I would rather be the glass is half full. So that is my little sermon for the day. If you appreciate it, your thumbs up will tell me. Hopefully you will watch this entire video. If you watch from beginning to end, you are one of my power viewers. If you watch my videos to the beginning to the end of every one you click on, you are an ultra power viewer. And you have a lot more free time than I do. Well, actually, that's not true. These days, I got a lot of free time. So, bless you all. Hope you're having fun. Do not forget, it is not you. It is not I. It is We Love Comics. Say hello to our shout-outs. And I will see you next video. Hasta la vista, baby.